I'm a Most Reverend Matthew Remijio Adam Gbitiku, the Bishop of Wau. I was born on the 5th of May, 1972, here in Wau. And I received all the sacraments of initiation here in Wau. And I started to study from here in Wau. Primary, junior, secondary. I started from Wau Secondary School first year, and then I went to Khartoum to pursue my studies. And I joined the secondary school that was open for the Southerners, displaced people coming from South Sudan. One of them was called Winjiboli School, was in Abu Hamama in Khartoum. This is where I set for my Sudan certificate. And then after that, as a young man also, I had to end my life. I work in the company, different companies in Khartoum in order to end my life. And I was very happy, and always has been active member as a youth in the Catholic Church, particularly in St. Matthew Cathedral in Wau, in Khartoum. It was through these activities of the church that I felt attractive to the charism of Comboni, and I joined the Comboni Missionaries in 1994. I studied philosophy in St. Paul Major Seminary in Khartoum. I went for the novitiate in Uganda, Namagongo, in Kampala, for 2 years, whereby I took the first vows as a religious. Then I joined the Comboni Missionaries as a religious. From there, they sent me to Latin America for the theological studies, where I finished after 4 years. And then I finished theology, I ordained a deacon, and then I came back to Wau in 2004, where I ordained as a priest for the Comboni Missionaries congregation in Wau Diocese. There I was sent to Khartoum province to work there. I worked in the parish. After working in the parish, I went to Rome for further studies, the Gregorian University. I got there, where I obtained a license degree in spirituality and a specialization formation for priests. From there, I was back to Khartoum to work in the seminary. Then I was appointed a Vicar General to work in the Archdiocese of Khartoum for almost 5 years. From 2012 to 2017 as a Vicar General of Khartoum. From there, I was appointed as a Vice Rector to the International Theologate of the Comboni Missionaries in Nairobi. And at the same time, as I was working as a barrister of the community. And I enrolled in the second cycle to pursue the studies at Catholic University of Eastern Africa to obtain the license degree in canon law. I went almost to finish. That's why I've been interrupted by this appointment to come to Wau Diocese and to be as a bishop. And here I am to do God's will. Well, my first impression is right from the reception when I landed in the airport of Wau on the 13th of January, seeing the crowd working from the airport to the cathedral, and the following days until the day of the consecration, seeing the multitude of people gathering from all over the world, and especially the faithful who belong to the Archdiocese of Wau, the impression given to me is that these people, they are really tested. They were tested people, they need a spiritual need. And they expresses their desire through their happiness, that they really their need of the spiritual nourishment. They need the shepherd who can guide them and give them direction. And from the crowd, it gives me an impression that they are expecting a lot from the new bishop, which is me. They're expecting a lot. And it is my hope that what I've seen in them, this desire, this heartfelt gratitude, and the enthusiasm should not be down. And I hope this will be the starting point, the turning point, the new life in their lives and in the life of the diocese. From there to keep on. I think before you enter here, you have seen at least not all the dioceses, but what you can see around the compound of Kuria, or the old church, which is the mother church in South Sudan, the cathedral, and all around you see that things are almost falling apart. And what is essential in this all is to keep the face of these people move and active. How to go about it? I think I have to start with myself. I have to start with myself. I have to look at the things now differently. In this new mission, I cannot close my eyes and work as I've been working when I was a priest. Though I'm still I'm a priest, but now I have to look at the things completely differently. And this I have to renew my faith, and also together with my collaborators, my close collaborators, the priests and deacons, we have to work towards that. How can we address the needs of these faithful? I think it is a collaborative work that needs also, at the same time, personal commitment to my own life, spiritual life, and also for the life of the diocese. Well, I would like to thank really God for these great holy men who have gone before me. You have mentioned them rightly, though not systematically. But I am the 8th bishop in this diocese. The 8th bishop, which means already before me there were 7. The last one is late Rudolf Deng, a great man, a holy man. In his time, he was the right man in his time, because he lived a very challenging moment, and he was able to reserve the faith to keep the people of Wau still keeping their faith. I think he was a very great man. Now, what I'm going to put on, this is still, it is a more wide question, because what I'm going to put on is what the people need, is what God needs for these people here in the Diocese of Wau. And this thinking of that is to think together, because pastoral work does not depend on the personal. The guide is there, direction is there, but this direction has to be shared and to be work together. And I think this will build a lot. Also listening to my priest and working together with my priests to see what we can add to what we have received now up to now. How can we move ahead? How can we turn new page? I think also they may have something to add. Then this will be the plan of the diocese to move ahead. Plus the people themselves. We cannot make a plan as from the office and then we make a resolution, we take it to the pastoral work that this is a pastoral work. We need to involve also the pastoral agents because this is going to be addressing their situations. Also, we should hear from them what is the concrete pastoral situations in the ground. I think this will work. And I hope we rely on God's help that He will help us in this direction. Is one of the priorities, working for vocation. It is not only for this diocese, but particularly for this diocese. It is a message right from God and from Jesus to His people to work for vocation. And He started Himself, knowing that the work of evangelization is immersed, and He could not do it alone. That is why He looked for the helpers. This looking for helpers, who are the apostles, is the same mission of Christ today in the Diocese of Wau, that we should look for people that can come in to help, to respond generously to the God's call. And I think Diocese of Wau is the young diocese in the sense that we have many youth here. We have many youth. We have to make our vocation attractive to them. I think this also is part of the renewal of the spiritual life. We have to appreciate our vocations, that being a priest is not a loss. It is a precious gift from God for us who are in this ministry. We have to appreciate it. By appreciating it and being happy, accepting it, this will attract the young one also to join us, not only by talking, but also we have to live our vocation joyfully. And I think if we walk in this line, we are going to get a lot of vocations, both for religious life and for the local church. We are not going to wait and waste time. We start with what we have. What are in our disposals? I have not yet looking around to see what are the facilities we have in the diocese. But the little we have, being the mobilities, cars or bicycles or whatever it is, motorbikes, we are going to begin with it. We begin with it, we will go ahead. Then if there is a more need, of course, meanwhile we are in the field, we ask more for facilities. We cry out for those who can help us in facilities. We don't have many. You know, the Diocese of Wau, for sure, after 6 years now, many things are not in order. But the little that are there, we are going to start with. The media, I don't think we are not so much up to date. The little media, I think we have radio, the voice of hope. This is the old media that we have, and still we are working. To our local people, we try to encourage them to listen to radio. Most of the youth, maybe they don't mind about radio now, because we are in the different worlds. They are much attached to the Facebook and other things, WhatsApp, which we don't have yet. The diocese, we don't have yet a web for the diocese. Those are the website for the diocese, and this is already a challenge. We need to create, we need to call upon the people who can help us how to connect with the world. And as I'm talking to you now, I have been here now for 3 days. I have cut off from the world because we don't have Wi-Fi here. So I'm not able to receive messages. Even the WhatsApp I have. I'm not able to write any emails because we don't have Wi-Fi. And this is a great challenge. So as we are talking about the Diocese of Wau, for the time being, we are cut off from the world because we are not able to connect ourselves with the world. But this will not disappoint us.
Okay.
This is not will not disappoint us. It's vital for evangelization, for connection, for communications, but still we are working towards it. We hope we shall get it to be connected with the world. This also shows that the Mother Church, in the person of the Holy Father, he does not forget about the Diocese of Wau. Right from the beginning, the Diocese of Wau is his mind. And he knows even much better before I arrive here what are the essential difficulties, pastoral situations of Wau. And looking for that, that is why he looked that he asked me, or he appointed me to come to Wau. The process, how was it about? I'm not so sure, because it is a top secret of the pontiff, that I don't know how they come about it. But what I know, that I've been informed that now I've been appointed to come to Wau. And before me, I think there were 2 administrations happened after the date of the late. There was a diocesan administrator and also apostolic administrator. And all this also contributed to the life of the diocese. But in somehow also, maybe the last one has prepared the way for me to come in. And now here I am. I look at it very positive, in the sense that the Diocese of Wau is in the heart of the Holy Father. And he needs a person, maybe like me, to come and take care of to be closer and to listen to the cry of the people of Wau. Yeah, this is very positive. I look at it in a very nice way. That is why this door is to be ever open. If you could come in the morning, you could find the queue. Whoever wants to come to his bishop, the door is open to whoever wants to come. Because those are the people God has chosen me to come to them, to listen to them from very near, to listen to their cries. And I don't have any bad feelings for whoever enters to me. I'm very optimistic. Whoever comes, I listen to you. You give me advice, I receive. You give me directions, I receive. You congratulate me, I thank you. Because as we have said, right from the beginning, these people, some of them, they went and slept in the airport because I was coming. And here in the cathedral, from 8 o'clock on 23rd, some people were here sleeping, waiting for 24th. Those are not the people that you can undermine them. God will curse me if I undermine them. So I listen to everybody, to advice of everybody, and ask also their expectation, how to move ahead, because we are going to move together. So I think I hope that God will help me to answer the needs of these people. And for sure, I rely on Him that He will not leave me alone. I know very well that right from the beginning, and it is a tradition in the church, and especially for the people of Wau, when they lost their last late bishop, daily they were praying rosary, special prayers for the new bishop, adorations for the new bishops, different religious houses, faithful in their places, in their houses, they were praying for the new bishop. They did not have an image or how about the new bishop going to come. But they believe that one day the Holy Father will appoint them bishop. One day God will provide them a bishop. I think I have to thank them, each and every one of them. They were not only praying for me to become a bishop, I don't think so, but they were praying that God should give them bishop, a leader, a spiritual leader.
You are not known by them.
I was not known by them. And here I found myself that I am the chosen one to come and listen to them. I thank them very much. Their prayer was for an unknown person. And when I appeared, I think they were very happy. At the last, they say, God has listened to our cries. So I thank them very much. And I ask them, I continue asking them to pray for me. Because just to choose me as a bishop by God, and if they don't continue to pray for me, still it will not work much. Their prayers will make me stronger. Their prayers will make me a good shepherd and to be able to shepherd them. And I think this will be always my advices to them. And I have to remind them always that I need their prayers. As I pray for them, I bless them. Also, they have to pray for me to have a good health and wisdom to shepherd them. From where I have started my journey.
Yes. The journey is so long.
It started from among themselves, from here. Because I was born here among them.
Wow.
I was baptized here in this cathedral among them. And I think they were the one who took me to be baptized because I was very young. And I received all my sacraments of initiation here in Wau before I migrated to Khartoum for my further studies or for pursuing my studies. And after that, I was always in the church because of the faith that I received from them, being my parents or the people of Wau. I received faith from them. And when I went out from here, I continued deepening this faith. That is why always, you could find me always in the church, active member in the church, particularly in the Legion of Mary. And then at the end, I joined the Comboni Missionaries. And I thank the Comboni Missionaries because also they found me from where my fathers they brought me up to, or the people of Wau they brought me up to where the Comboni Missionaries they found me, and they took me now for the more precise formation, how to follow Christ. And indeed, I started with them to follow Christ more closely, to know Him and to love Him through my formations, being academically or in intellectual preparation or human maturity. Through the novitiate, I became a Comboni Missionaries after the novitiate. And then also I went back again through the intellectual preparation. I finished the theology, and then I started working as a priest. And I came back again, I ordained here among them in 2004, here in the Cathedral of Wau, by the late Rudolf Deng. He was the one who ordained me in 2004. Then I went, the people of Wau again, they sent me to go for the mission. Then I started my mission. I worked in different places. Again, I found another opportunity to study more. And I continued doing the mission, and especially for the Archdiocese of Khartoum, where I worked for almost 13 years in the Archdiocese of Khartoum. Then again, from 2017, I was in Kenya, in Nairobi, as a vice rector of the theology of the Comboni, International Theology of Comboni, until I found my appointment to come back to Wau. So I think I am very grateful for all those who have helped me in my journey of faith, and especially a vocational journey until today, until the day of my appointment, and until today as a Bishop of Wau. The secret of my coat of arms is the dream, my dream and the dream of the diocese, and the plan of God for the Diocese of Wau. I completely believe in that. It was not come just that I just put. It was after a reflection and thinking of the people of Wau that this coat of arm comes about. You can, and I summarize it in the theme of the motto that said, to renew all things in Christ. And this, I think, it will be the star of this diocese and my star and the star of the people of the Diocese of Wau. Because after all these many years of the diocese being without a bishop and underwent all these sufferings for the people of Wau diocese, time has come. Just as God waited until the appointed time, and then He sent Jesus Christ to sum up all things in Him. And He gave a new hope for the people of Israel. I think Wau Diocese is in this way. After all these sufferings, after all these trials, now time has come that God has said, no, we need to move ahead in the new way. And that is why, as a people of Wau, as a diocese, we need to renew our lives in Jesus Christ. We want to renew our spiritual life in Jesus Christ. We want to renew our families, the style we live, the way we live our Christian lives. We need to renew in Jesus Christ. And this included even among ourselves, the faithful. We need to renew our relationship, which is vital. And this renewal will include even the reconciliation among ourselves. Because our diocese underwent so many difficulties. We cannot carry on like this to say we are Christians without first reconcile ourselves. We need the reconciliations. We need to rethink that we are created in the image of Christ. We go together in the sense that we, as a priest and a bishop of this diocese, we have to be convinced that we need to come back to live our really vocation as a priest. We are called to be a sign of hope and signs of unity among the people of God. We are not going to talk just a mere talk to them. There are people who have a mind. These Christians, these faithful, they have a mind, they have an intellect, they know how do we live our vocation. And our vocation right from the beginning as a priest is to be united. Since somewhere went apart, we don't blame anybody, we don't say anything. But if we continue, we believe that there is a hope, that God doesn't want us the way we have been living. We need to come back and to be conscious on our vocation as a priest. And this is the call to each and every one of us to come to live our vocation, priestly vocation, the way God calls us to live. We start from there before we reach the people of God. We start from among ourselves. Let us recheck our priestly life. There is no method that we can say we live this, but let us come and sit down. We recheck. Let us reevaluate our vocation. And then from there, we are able to move ahead. We don't need to call somebody from outside to come and tell us how to live our priestly life. We can receive advices, but we, among ourselves, we are able to come back and to come to our conscience to say, and bring a mind to ourselves, say, no, somewhere there was something wrong, that God doesn't want us to continue like that. And I think by the grace of God, He's able to bring us back. They are watching how are we going to begin. They are watching how the new life, this new era, how is it going to begin? People are ready. People are ready to see how are we going to begin. And we pray to God that we are not going to disappoint them. I don't want to make empty promises. I'm not a politician. But I rely on God's help, that He's able to bring us and to make us to go straight, to move straight onward. And He's able to do that. All this what we are seeing here is not only Church of Wau. Let us say Wau altogether. It is the old town. And you can see even the offices of the government and on the road. We don't have culture of maintenance. We rely much on the rain season. When the rain season comes, it cleans everything. This is how we maintain our houses. And I think church is not outside from the Wau. All what we are seeing now, these instructions, they are from 60. This is a legacy we have received from the missionaries. Some, we are not going to touch them because they are legacy. They are good. Like a must-have that people should come and look at the museum. If you look at the Palika there, this kind of construction, you will never see it again. Why not to reserve also some instructions as a museum for the people when they come to Wau to see?
Yes, historical sites.
Yes, historical sites. But some, of course, they need immediate intervention. Otherwise, we are going to die or they are going to collapse on us. So those who need really immediate intervention to maintain or to do something much better, we shall find a way from the neighbors, from the whoever can listen to our cries, how to help, how to make it a good shape. But some, for sure, they will be there as a museum, as a legacy from the missionaries. I am just in the beginning. I am the stage of C. I think I am the situation whereby I have to listen more advices from the people, not me to give advices. I need I need to listen more to anybody who pass by. He wants to leave something, advices. I am very grateful because I am just in the stage of C. And when you are seeing, you don't judge, you don't say much, you don't put any conclusion, you just see. In spite of seeing, also, I have to tell the people that they should not get discouraged. And by the grace of God, as a Bishop of Wau, I will work according to the plan of God and to play my role as a shepherd, as a successor of apostle, to lead them. And I ask for God's wisdom to help me in this. Let them stand with their bishop. Bishop is not coming to do everything for them. I need their cooperation. Let them not fear their bishop. I am here for them.
Your door is open.
And I am among them, and I'm here for them. The office is open 24 hours to listen to anybody. Let them come together and join hands and to work with the bishop. Not to stay out and to say, Bishop does not do this, Bishop does not do this. How can I know that you need what you want me to do for you if you don't come near to me? Come, let us talk and find out together how are we going to do it.